In New York, it's very common to understand that the Zionists are very much in control of the real estate industry. That's a huge thing in New York. It's a huge thing in Miami. And it's a huge thing in a number of other parts of the United States. But in particular, New York and Miami is where it's at its strongest. And so credit to a very funny man, Walter Masterson, who got into this. So the real deal, if you don't know who they are, this is a very popular Instagram channel that follows all the latest maneuverings at the highest levels of real estate. And they hosted an event this past week in New York, and a handful of people managed to get in there that the people that were hosting the event clearly did not want them to be there.
Acknowledge you for taking $2 billion of the city's money.
Sir, this is not the time for this. Sir, this is not the time for this. Guy, please.
You, the taxpayer, are going to pay for this. All of you are going to pay for this. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it.
You're out of order. You're out of order. This whole freaking system's out of order. And he's right. It is 1,000% out of order. And this guy, Jeff Blau, he's quite the guy. We'll get to that in a minute.
You're going to pay for it. The taxpayer pays for this.
Welcome to New York.
We need more luxury housing. Are you going to wrestle me? You're going to wrestle me? We need more luxury housing in Hudson Yards.
Folks, can I just tell you, a lot of people have paid to be here today.
No one gives a flying fuck that people paid there to be there today. In fact, because they did pay to be there today, all the more reason why that room should be disrupted. And they didn't pay just a little bit of money. Chances are they may have spent thousands of dollars to be there, to take in the wisdom of the very uber rich and powerful that is New York Zionist real estate. People really don't understand that the difference between today and perhaps even the past few years, if not outright yesteryear, is that these types of disruptions, they're happening a lot. Now they're happening all the time. This is a much greater frequency. People are going to events and they don't know what the hell to expect. What are they going to do? Be like Debbie Wasserman Schultz and cart it off from all public and make sure that everything is private? That's what they're heading for. That's probably what they want anyway. But again, the more they do that, the more the public unites against them. That's what's going to happen.
And it's really not fair what you guys are doing.
Jeff Blau, your $2 billion money grab is going to displace low and middle income New Yorkers. You are destroying the fabric of our society.
Guys, Remy, I need like real security here. What the hell?
I got an idea. Why don't you get off your lazy, wealthy Zionist ass and do it yourself? But you see, guys, they're just used to everybody else doing the dirty work for them. They don't actually want to have to do the work themselves. You see, that involves effort. That involves real elbow grease, and they don't have any of it in those silk suits of theirs. You see, they pay people to do everything else. They're also the people who jack up rents so that people can't afford to live. Hey, live in a hostel. Live 2 or 3 to a room. We got profit margins to make. Let me tell you, I've met quite a few of these guys in Vegas at various events. They are as slimy and disgusting as you could possibly imagine, which is why I don't work with them. I do not hide the fact that I don't work with Israelis, and I won't. Principle over profit. And you can still make profit, but you need principle first. If you don't have it, then what the hell are you doing? You have to be able to live with yourself. These guys clearly can, and they're pretty freaking evil, to say the least.
Here, what the hell? This is clearly coordinated.
Thanks, guys. I'm leaving. So Jeff Blau is getting $2 billion from the New York City, from the taxpayer, to build more luxury housing in Hudson Yards.
We had to disrupt it because a lot of folks don't know about the backdoor shady deals that Eric Adams has been made without taxpayers' money.
You know, the other thing that doesn't get talked about enough, and this is one of the reasons why I actually am a supporter of Zoran, and I actually think he's doing a very good, if not an outright great job, considering everything that's been thrown at him from the very beginning that he took office in City Hall. Can you even imagine the type of shady backroom deals that were done once Zoran was elected and Adams still had a couple of months to put things on the books that he would ultimately have to deal with? This is one of those examples. And I'm sure there are several others. This isn't the only one. This is the only one that we know about. But believe me when I tell you, this is going to get a hell of a lot worse. Do me a favor. Get out of here with that shit. If the best we've got is Zoran, that's what we've got. And trust me when I tell you, I pay very close attention to this. I don't think he's gone far enough, but he has done some things that are 1,000% tangible. Unlike the other person claiming to be the leader in New York, like AOC. AOC is just a capitulator, but Zoran actually is doing some good. And this is an example of the type of events that need to be exposed.
A $2 billion dirty deal in the back door, which a lot of folks that live in our community do not know nothing about it. Look around the room. Nobody my color really in there. No low-income tenant living in there. You don't see those folks in there. They don't have, their voice is not being heard. They don't have no option in this. The community don't have no play in this. This set of play is being dealt in the back door Shady room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Damn right. And that's why this is becoming much more of a problem. So why is it a problem? I can tell you that the person in question that was confronted at this event, Jeff Blau, he is exactly who you would think he was. Here he is. Jewish real estate developers convene emergency meeting to support Andrew Cuomo. Plus, Senator Gillibrand is holding firm to her criticism of Democrats who condone the pro-Palestinian slogan, globalize the Antifada. I think she meant globalize the enchilada. But that's Jeff Blau with his wife, whatever her name is. Anyway, Lily, or Lisa. Okay, so real estate tycoons gather to back Cuomo over Mamdani. The sirens are blaring from some New York's wealthiest, and this was from last October. Group of real estate tycoons gathered to meet with Cuomo in Midtown Seagram Building and help him defeat Mamdani. Clearly, that didn't work out. An email about the emergency meeting on Monday night came from Jeff and Lisa Blau, a powerful couple in real estate and investment who have donated generously in the city, including to Jewish groups. But I think we all know that the phrase Jewish groups could just be generate generously to Jewish groups and maybe some other stuff throughout the city. Sorry for the late notice. We got to get this done. Lisa Blau is the executive director of Be Counted NYC, which has been calling on New York Republicans and non-affiliated voters to switch their party registrations to allow them to have an impact through primary elections. What she's actually promoting is the idea that you need to get involved on our side, meaning that if you're not on board with endless corporate interests in New York City, then don't bother. But if you are interested in that, then that's a very important part of why you need to switch over to the Democratic Party for the purpose of voting. Mamdani has been quietly seeking to win over the police and all those people. And again, this is the part of politics that Mamdani has played that I don't agree with. You see, he's still playing footsie with Tish, which I really wish he would not do. And that's a big part of, you want everything, but you can't have it all. You're at least getting things that are moving in the right direction. And for that, we should be appreciative. And that's why this is a big deal. But the bigger deal here is what type of real estate events are actually taking place in New York City. What type of events are people actually attending, and what exactly is being sold to the general public? Well, it turns out that one of the things that's been happening in New York City, as it should probably not come as any surprise as these organizations collaborate together on land sales in Gaza and the West Bank. And a few of them were confronted on the streets, I believe, after this event.
Yeah, bro. Let me get closer for a picture. You want an autograph? Oh, you want an autograph? You want an autograph, bro? I don't know. What do you want?
You want an autograph?
Autograph?
Why are you following us from fucking Park? Why are you following us from 3rd Avenue for?
I'm not following
Why are you following us
I'm
from
not
3rd
following
Avenue?
you. I'm going
We
to
saw
the
you
fucking
following
subway.
us. Go the fuck out of here.
I'm going to the fucking subway. Get the fuck out of here.
Get
the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. You come to every one of these fucking things, you fucking loser. Do you have a job? Huh? Go get a fucking job, you deadbeat. Go.
And there's the first bit of truth that a Zio scum is going to tell you. He asked him, do you have a job? He said, no, I get money from your government. I don't have to have a job. And then I come and I buy land from the people that were massacring. What are you going to do about it? That's the question that needs to be asked to every American in this country. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Are you going to do anything? I've done, I've done a lot and I haven't done anywhere near enough. We are all responsible for this shit. All of us. It is incumbent upon us to take responsibility for not being more involved and doing what is necessary to break this stranglehold. They do have the money. There's no two ways about it. But they don't have the numbers. Not even a little bit. They are so out of their element when it comes to the type of numbers you need. What they have is bribery. Now, bribery can only, it'll get you far for a little while, but it can only keep you there for so long before enough people start to notice. And guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, let's get over 500 viewers right now. Smash it if you haven't already. We really appreciate the support. And to be honest, they have every right to be brazen. They have every right to be. We don't do anything to stop them. We're trying, but it's not enough. You got to make them scream in their wallets. That's where it happens. And collectively, we need to be working together. And that is the only way. That is the only way. They're out there. They're not even citizens of this country. And they're telling you, get fucked because we can do what we want. I don't know. Thumbing in the eye. Can only take it so many times before you say, I'm not going to take this anymore. I hope it's resonating.
Get a fucking job, you deadbeat. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
With your little fucking hate rag on.
Hate rag?
So it turns out that the shirt that this jackoff is wearing is from the Jewish Defense League, which, if you know anything about them, is a very extremist group. One of the groups that I believe was targeting Zoran when he was running for mayor. So this should not come as any surprise. But then again, these are the types of people that don't actually pull the trigger. They just have somebody else do it for them.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you are. You guys got in my face, you fucking losers. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I don't support killing Jews. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking loser.
I see a guy like that. Let me tell you, when I see a guy roll up like that wants the smoke, those are the types of guys that I get like, okay, you want to fight? Come after somebody who's actually prepared to fight you. And of course, they do it when they've got a bunch of cops to stand in front of them so that they can be protected, so that they don't have to worry about getting in the crosshairs. That's what happens. That's why this is so funny. They think they're so tough, but they're really not. Why do you want to kill Jews? Why do you want to kill Jews? I'll tell you what I want. I want Israeli Jews, Zionist Jews. I want you the fuck out of this country. They don't want you here anymore. Go to your little land. Do what you have to do. If you can survive in the wild, good for you. But not on our dime. The future is not on your side, and the numbers prove it.